Welcome to the Retire with Peace podcast, the podcast where we help you create a fulfilling and stress-free retirement. Each week, we bring you expert advice, practical tips, and inspiring stories to help you plan and live your best retirement life. Whether you're nearing retirement or already enjoying your golden years, this podcast is here to support you every step of the way. Let's embark on this journey together and discover how to retire with peace.
Welcome back to the Retire with Peace podcast. As always, I'm your host, Dave Zagel. I've been hearing this a lot lately, and I'm glad that I'm hearing it because it means that people are looking to spend money on things that are important to them. What I've been hearing are questions about one-time or one-off withdrawals from retirement accounts. And the question centers around a concern about messing up or even completely ruining a retirement by taking this one-time or one-off withdrawal to spend on anything, whether it's fixing up a house, going on a trip somewhere, donating money to a charity. It could be whatever. It doesn't matter what it is. So I've been hearing a lot of questions about whether or not this one-off withdrawal will completely ruin retirement or what adjustments are needed. And most of the time, the answer is it's not going to matter. Just do it. Now, it depends on the amount and how much you have saved up for retirement. So, of course, it's going to depend on the size. But most of the questions that I hear, whether it's being asked directly of me or I'm seeing it online, doesn't matter. Most of the questions center around what is a relatively small piece of the overall retirement investments. Let's work through an example. Let's say somebody wants to take out $10,000. Now, obviously, if you have, let's say, $100,000 saved up for retirement, taking out $10,000 is a big deal because that's 10% of your retirement assets. That's probably going to matter. However, most of the time, when I'm hearing or seeing this question, the amount of money that people have is much larger. So the example that I will use is, let's say somebody is 70 years old and has $1 million saved up for retirement. It's very round, simple numbers, and it's not an unusual example. It could be 600,000, it could be $1.5 million. Doesn't matter. Well, we're going to use $1 million for this example. So $1 million in retirement assets, and they also have Social Security coming in, and they're saying $10,000. I want to use this for X. Doesn't matter what it is. Is that going to be a problem? Well, let's do a little bit of quick math and understand that $10,000 is 1% of the $1 million that you have saved up. In the grand scheme of things, taking out 1% on a one-off withdrawal, especially when you're 70 years old, really any point in your retirement though, if you're taking out 1% on a one-off withdrawal, it's not going to matter. It just isn't. And I don't have to run updated plans or do any detailed analysis. And I know all the compliance people want me to now tell you that this podcast is not for financial advice. It's meant for education only. Yes, great. But I can tell you that if you're doing a one-off withdrawal for 1%, maybe even 2% really, but it's a relatively small percentage of your total balance, it's fine. Do it. Have fun. Whatever it is that you want to do, you will be fine. Don't need to rerun some grand analysis, because I've seen people do that where they have this concern and then they'll go on and find 4 or 5 different online calculators and try to calculate the impact. You're going to find the same answer every single time, which is the impact is really minimal, really minimal. So the message today is don't stress as much. Now, if it's a much larger percent, or if you're trying to do this withdrawal every couple of months, well, that's a different story. If you have, in this example, if you have $1 million and you're trying to do $10,000 every 3 months, it's like, okay, now that's 40,000. Still might be fine, actually. But now we want to talk a little bit about what this is being used for, if you're going to continue needing that $10,000 every quarter going forward, because that's a totally different thing. Now you're talking an extra, in this example, 4% withdrawal every single year. That's a bit much. But just understand, if it's a one-off thing, you're really wanting to do whatever, down payment on a car, house repair, vacation, charitable donation, take your pick, really fancy camera. I don't know how much cameras cost. 10,000 seems like it'd be a lot. But whatever it is, if you're looking at this saying it's 1%, maybe even 2% of my total retirement balance, and I know it's just a one-off thing. It's not an every month or every quarterly thing where it's going to really add up. If it's just 1 or 2% of your balance, don't stress. There is no need to rerun a whole bunch of calculations. Enjoy whatever it is that you're going to spend that on. Don't stress. Know that your retirement is still going to be in good shape.